All right, it's time. It's time. All right, Shawnee, we're going to start at the beginning here. We won't watch every second because it's going to take too long. It's 13 minutes. We got to stop and break things down. But Kendrick Lamar has made it.
Okay.
From man, I got to tell you guys, never in my life. I've had a really fortunate run in music to get to be around a lot of great artists as they were building. I got to say, ladies and gentlemen, Kendrick Lamar on a countless amount of stages. I never thought that this man would be doing this in front of 100 million people at the Super Bowl. It's bonkers. So it's crazy. Super proud of young K-Dot. This is, take the beef aside, this is an incredible accomplishment for Kendrick and Punch and Top Dog and everyone over at TDE for what they've done here. And now PG Lang, Dave Free.
100%.
It's incredible. So, that aside, crazy. But now, the night comes. And here we get it.
What we all been waiting for.
Start from the tippy top. Here we go.
All right. Now this could...
So that, by the way, that is very Squid Games.
That's what I'm saying. So it could be PlayStation, but a lot of people are saying that it just reminds them of Squid Games, which
that's
symbolizes
very Gambu.
The rich killing the poor.
Yeah,
Interessante.
It's giving Gambu, the Squid Games. And by the way, when people do these things, I just want to warn everyone. Some of this will be our own opinion. Some of it is also going to be internet philosophers who 5 minutes after something happens are telling you the deepest thing. You're like, how do you know that it's that? Because even if, like Laura, for example, even if it was Squid Games, well, then it's about the rich being the poor. No, it could all be about it being a game and he's killing Drake. Like, we don't know.
It could be anything.
No one knows. All right,
I was saying people were saying that it was a PlayStation code that's like 59 lives for one of these games.
Oh.
Who
you
knows? See, here's the thing. Here's my biggest issue with all of this, Rosenberg.
Go ahead.
Why can't Kendrick just come out and say, hey, this is what this is? Because then everybody speculates
because
whatever they want to speculate.
Bro.
Yeah.
That's the point.
With the art, bro. Like,
it's art.
Stop with the art, bro.
That's Laura.
I love it.
Artist.
You can't get Laura to stop with the art, bro. All right, here we go.
Art. Hide behind art.
Uncle Sam.
That's right.
And this
Hold on.
is the great.
Oh, we made it. So far, we've made it 29 seconds.
Hold on. Let me write this
guys.
down. Let me write this down. Samuel Jackson on the list.
Okay. Yes. You got to add Sam Jackson. Oh, he's dead.
He's on the list.
Sam Jack's on the list.
This is one of my favorite things, by the way. Go ahead. Sam Jackson.
Sam Jack wearing the stars, the American
Uncle
full
Sam
American
fire.
outfit, full Uncle Sam fit.
Mr. Get Off, I get off in my feet.
I just want to point out that it's insane that it's the Super Bowl halftime show, and one of the most recognizable songs played was "Squabble Up." I just want to say that is insane. Like, that's a really
and that's insane in a bad way.
No, I'm saying it in a good way, but you could certainly argue it. I hear what you're going to say in a bad way. I'm arguing it like Kendrick kept it so true to himself. He's never compromised a thing. He's made it now to the biggest corporate performance any artist could ever dream of getting to, and he still didn't compromise a thing.
Well,
but you're going to go the other way and say it's the Super Bowl,
hey,
bro.
Look, can I say it? It's the Super Bowl, bro. There's two things. One, it's the Super Bowl, bro. I understand all of that, but we could have got to these slaps. That's number one. Number two, I feel like it's almost like he let the Drake thing overshadow the fact that this is Kendrick and you got the biggest stage. This is the moment that, like, this is, like you said, everything he's worked up to. He let almost every record he did was a Drake related record.
I mean, that's what got him there.
Even the ones with SZA.
Not all the stars.
All the stars. That verse is about Drake, Rosenberg.
Is it?
Yes.
But
Wait, his All the Stars verse is about Drake?
Go back and listen to that verse again. Go back and read that verse.
The Drake battle is what got him to the stage. And
don't say that, Shawnee. No, don't you dare say that. It's his artistry.
No, I mean, he's talented, but you know what I'm saying.
Don't you dare go there. But
it's the hype off the competition. So he gave you.
I understand that, but even since you can't let that overshadow
your
everything.
Overall catalog.
Right.
I got you.
Like, that's
here's why I'm fine with it. Can I tell you this? This is why I'm fine with it. Kendrick has made it so beyond bigger than he ever should have been for the kind of artist he is.
Right. Mm-hmm.
I don't think he cares about gaining one more person. So I heard from someone too yesterday, like, oh, come on, it's the Super Bowl. Just put on the biggest show ever. He doesn't care about getting bigger. He's already bigger than he ever should have been.
Well, then it's fine for me to say that show was okay.
And he's doing it his way.
Yeah, it was okay. It was good. And
No,
honestly,
listen.
I don't even think it was the best Kendrick show I've ever seen. I'm gonna just go out and say.
Oh, facts.
I don't think it's the best Kendrick. Like, I think the Amazon show was better. I think the show he had on the one that he had streaming was better. But anyway, go ahead.
Pop out? You know the pop out?
The pop. I think the pop out was better. I think the actual.
Nah, man, but the choreography and the setup here looked dope, man. This artistically looked dope.
Yes.
Nah, and even to Cat's point, his Super Bowl appearance that he did with Dre and Snoop with 50, that had a lot of choreography and horns.
It did.
That was dope too. So no, I feel you. It wasn't his greatest performance, but for what he wanted to do, I think that he just wanted to kick Drake on the main stage, and it worked.
Definitely did what it kicked.
Lori,
And he was,
Definitely.
and he also made like very beautiful statements in front of a sitting president, guys, that captures the climate of where we're at right now.
Laura's talking about it.
That's facts.
So I think it's really important. Like, who else has the heart to do something like that? Think about that.
you know who they
Most people will be like, let's
Play
just ignore everything that's happening around me because everything is awesome. I'm on the Super Bowl halftime stage. You know what I
True.
I mean?
And you know who they
so
will catch
I
any of that?
loved.
Trump. You catch one piece of it.
I loved the way his dancers like the way they formed the American flags, and it was all black dancers. I thought that was so important.
And
It's so beautiful.
Up. Now we get the shot, Laura, of the American flag in dancers. You have blue dancers up there, you got the red, and you got the white, all making the American flag.
Yes.
Nobody pray for me. It's been that day for me.
All right, so right after Tighten Up, though, Cass, he goes into a hit.
I mean,
No?
yeah.
He blatantly chose to do this different than anyone else has ever done.
It's a Drake diss, by the way, but go ahead.
Oh,
But
is it?
But
Yeah.
he's not
Another
trying
one?
to do. He's
Another
not.
one.
He decided to not do a thing about hits. He decided I'll throw in a couple hits that work with what I'm going to do, which is going to be this artistic thing. Some of it's going to be just straight ishing on Drake. I got to point this out again because, like, I've had people mention to me, and they're not wrong. Like, is it messed up that he calls Drake what he calls him and says that he likes young girls? Like, is that messed up? And I'm like, yes, but you can't forget that Drake blatantly chose to call this man a wife beater and say that his kids were fathered by his best friend. That came out of nowhere.
Yeah.
So at that point, if I respect the fact Kendrick has more gall than I do, because sometimes when people go to a certain place, you're like, I can't go there. I can't do that. Kendrick said, oh, you're going there? I'm going to go there tenfold. I'm going to take it to the goddamn Super Bowl and say it in front of 50 million. You want to talk about my wife? I'm going to call you a pedo in front of the entire planet.
Yeah, no, I'm gonna go in, and I have to. My children. This is my children's mother. You know what I'm saying? So it's my wife, but also my children have to.
And now,
view
and
this. So
and
I have to stomp you out.
I have to, you said you got up there and said that Uncle Dave is actually their dad. What?
Right.
Now, I don't know if they call him Uncle Dave, but I'd imagine they're best friends from forever.
Yeah, you got to get the business. It is what
So,
it is.
so while like it's
that's-
crazy that he went there, he was pushed.
Yeah,
And
but
this-
I
it's
would
a-
say I don't think if the shoe was on the other foot, I don't think Drake would have went this far.
I don't know.
I don't
by
think
the
he
way-
would have performed. His history would suggest that he wouldn't have.
He
No.
would no, but he doesn't have the balls. I'm sorry,
Is that what
neither
you're
do
saying?
I.
Is that what it is? Because remember when what song was it? Back to Back. You remember Back to Back was Grammy nominated,
Yeah.
and Drake pulled the nomination.
Well, guess what?
But he also has his own issues with the Grammys, though. So I don't know.
I don't no. Listen, I don't think he would have gone as far because of everything we're talking about. Drake cares. Kendrick doesn't care.
Right.
He's already made it way past anything.
He made the whole Super Bowl performance about this.
That's right.
Yeah. No, it was
So,
a
you
few.
know-
That's right.
Here we go. Let's-
Depending on how you look at it, to his detriment or not.
Yeah, to his detriment or not, it didn't matter because to him there is no detriment. He's already gotten bigger than he ever
Yeah,
planned
he's
on
got
being.
the Grammys,
Right.
the tours coming up. He about to make
It's
millions
all-
of dollars.
The whole setup at the end of it is he pulls the camera towards him with his hand
Hits the remote.
And hits the remote and goes, turn the TV off. It goes black, and the drones say game over in the stadium. Didn't stop Apple from going on Twitter and just tweeting, they not like us 100 times.
They were already on the list, but let me add them again.
Yo, when I saw that, I was like, oh.
They picked a side.
Yo, I just want to point out.
What happened there? I'm interested. We got to find out from Ebro what happened there. What's going on?
I just want to point out, though, that between the reasons Ebro was already on the list and Apple doing that, Cass, I think Ebro's maybe further on the list than I am at this point.
Ebro might have might have been the one that tweeted that. He might have logged into Apple.
Yo, Ebro, let's see your phone. Ebro, do you have the login credentials on your phone? Because why so? Yo,
Ebro might have been on the Apple Twitter yesterday.
Now listen, I thought it was an amazing performance.
Yeah.
There was only one thing I have a problem with.
What's that?
Okay.
Our cameraman, Rassam Bascom, as usual, in the group chat saying, I didn't think he could do it, but he topped Beyonce. You gone too far.
You gone too far, Biggs.
Oh,
He gone too far.
You mean the Bruno Beyonce Super Bowl?
Listen, I thought he meant Beyonce Bowl.
Oh, okay. Oh, not even Beyonce Bowl. Damn, that's crazy.
No, he didn't top Beyonce Bowl. I mean, listen.
With the Combo Carter Bowl?
Yeah, that's called Beyonce Bowl. What do you mean? That's
I know. When he said that, I was thinking about the Super Bowl performance that she did.
Yeah, no. Listen, it's a different thing. They both did cool things. Beyonce Bowl, though, respectfully to rappers, as much as I love the greatest rapper and it's my favorite art form, a great rap performance to me is never going to outdo a great vocalist / dance performance like Beyonce did. It just can't. Like, it was dope. It was super dope. But nah, Bascom, you got to calm down, man.
Yeah.
Turn back on Love and Hip Hop Atlanta. You've gone too far, baby.
Oh, God.
Again, for what Kendrick's point was, you awoke
He killed it, though.
the beast. Yeah, I think, he did what he needed to do. You know what I'm saying?
All right, let's go around the
okay.
room.
It was
I'll
cool.
give it. I'm gonna give Kendrick for the overall show. I'm gonna give it an A-. Laura Styles.
An A-.
A-.
I mean, it's pretty good because it's just me. I really enjoyed it for what it was, right? I believe that he did balance. Yes, and of course, Drake was also a part of it in its own way, but I also felt that he hit cultural relevant moments, and I felt like he really was addressing the state of America, like where we're at. You know what I mean? So, and listen, it's not going to be for everybody. And a lot of people were confused by it. But I don't think Kendrick cares.
Right.
I think this was a specific message for whoever truly understands the deeper meaning. So I, too, will give it an A-.
Yeah.
By the way, that was a very good breakdown, Laura. I really do think Laura nailed it with her breakdown. That to me is the most well said breakdown of what it was. Okay, Arshani, your grade.
Yeah, I mean, just on that same note, he is an artist. We know the type of artist he is, so he's not going to fit everybody's palette. You dig what I'm saying? And it's not his number one performance. I've seen tons of performances by Kendrick. I thought he would have came out with some horns because it's New Orleans on a mustard piece and all that good stuff. But
maybe some more features.
Yeah, a couple of little more flashing lights. But for what he tried to accomplish and what I saw in terms of this whole Drake movement, yeah, he completed that, stomped it out, and made it work. So, yeah, I'll give him an A.
An A, okay. And Cass Uno. OVO Cass.
Why'd you have to throw that on there?
I know.
Listen,
don't do that to Cass.
I get
Cass
what he was doing. I get what he was trying to convey. And he did convey what he was trying to convey.
Yeah.
But we have to take into consideration that this is the Super Bowl. This is this is it. Like, there's nothing better. And if I'm comparing apples to apples and I'm looking at other Super Bowl performances, I might have to go C or B-.
Okay.
Because if you even think about it, like even if we're just taking like even if we're just doing Apple Music Super Bowls, right? You had Rihanna, killed it. You had Snoop and Dre, killed it. You had Usher.
But Rihanna, I loved Rihanna.
I'm Super Bowls. Yes.
But Rihanna, like, it was her pregnancy announced was a huge piece of that.
That's fine. She was floating,
and she was
floating
floated.
Laura, Rihanna was in midair, pregnant on platforms. Rosenberg, Go back
No,
and watch that Rihanna, bro.
No, it was. Natalie rewatches it a lot. It's fantastic. Was it better than that? I don't know if it was better.
I think. Well, listen.
It just
This is
depends
my
on what
grade. This is
what
my
lens
grade.
you're looking through.
You know what?
It
B
is
minus.
cast.
B minus.
It's cast. As,
right.
I'm giving it a B minus.
You're
overall
giving him
Super
a
Bowl.
score, and it's probably B minus.
Yeah.
And
All
you
right.
see, look, the message he put out was the American game and how he wanted
Yes.
to play it.
Yep.
Yes.
Fire.
And then literally has Uncle Sam say, "Don't mess it up," and then he plays not like us.
Right.
Nah, I
and
don't
Cass
care.
is saying he might have messed it up. But he specifically put that out there.
I'm just saying it. I'm just saying that I feel like the Drake thing played a big piece in it. Like I just
No, I get it.
I threw him a
You
little
said
bit
it was
off
too
the
much.
game.
You think it overshadowed? You think it overshadowed doing a great show?
Right. Overshadowed being a great
Man,
show.
I don't think
But I just overall as a show, I'm just grading it as a Super
Yes.
Bowl
I
feel
show.
you.
Now, if we're talking about Kendrick and messaging and everything else, then yeah, it skews the actual grade. But as a Super Bowl show, next to every other Super Bowl show we've ever seen, I gotta
feel you.
land at that B minus.
All right, that's fair.
Comparatively
Listen,
speaking,
listen.
for sure. Because Usher did his
Listen.
thing last year.
Yeah, everyone's performance is
Right.
different. A last thing on this, it dawned on me the other day. Do you guys remember the classic Dave Chappelle skit when Keeping It Real goes wrong?
Of course.
Do you remember, Cass?
Yeah.
I'm gonna keep it real, and then the person would do something, and what would happen after they said I'm gonna keep it real was like a series of bad events.
Right.
That is literally what happened to Drake in the battle with Kendrick.
Oh, absolutely.
He was like, nah. I'm gonna keep it real.
Yeah.
And he's like, I'm gonna keep going and going and go.
Listen,
and
none of this happens if Drake doesn't ask for it. Let's be honest.
That's a fact.
Yeah.
not only
he
that,
did.
the craziest thing that dawned on me is not only did he ask for it so badly and so many times, but then since it's ended, the amount of missteps that there have been is crazy. Because I believe that if Drake had just truly gone away, came back with another album that felt like For All the Dogs, like he just went into Drake zone again, we kind of would be moving on. This whole lawsuit, every other piece has just been, I hope it's over. For the sake of Kendrick's career, for the sake of Drake's career, for the sake of the conversation and culture, I think the end of last night, game over, hopefully will be the literal end of this whole thing.